So basically 40-year-old incel.
Age.
Various pieces of furniture.
It's over. It's over. It's over. The extreme face bloating. The extreme face fat. I thought I had massive amounts of face fat because of my genetics, but it's so over for this guy.
There are times when I've cried about
Yeah, that's bad.
it. There are times when I've hit various pieces of furniture.
And Rosie.
I'm too old to be a virgin, and I
You choose to be a virgin.
feel like there's probably a lot of fun out there that I...
Like, I would take this girl on. I would take her. And I'm pretty sure plenty of other guys would too. You choose to be a virgin. Nobody's forcing you to. Females confuse. They complain about being virgins when they chose that over time. And it's completely different for men because they didn't choose that. But anyway.
am not having.
They're about to take part in a radical course designed to help adult virgins to have sex.
Vagina. Do you feel that?
Yeah, this is very sad. Very pathetic.
Like kissing?
They will be guided by
That is disgusting. Dude, you might as well just get a hooker.
Very, very queasy.
They will receive a hands-on sex education.
I'm actually going to stop now because I don't find this particularly pleasant.
Okay.
Yeah, of course you don't find it pleasant because you're doing it with someone who you don't love. That's why.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's nothing wrong.
Going all the
This just looks like grooming. I don't know why. Anyway.
The average age to lose your virginity in the UK is now just 16. And the vast majority of us have had sex by the time we
It's not the average age. It's the age that you can do it. That doesn't mean that it's the average age when it happens.
reach 25.
Person.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you, but loving and thoughtful doesn't disregard your face, bro. That's not how it works. And the world is not fair. So
That I want to give that to somebody else. You feel like, is this ever going to happen to me?
you're overhyping it, probably. I wouldn't know because I've never done it, but people say that it's way too overhyped. It's not all that.
Five is an IT engineer in Hertfordshire, and to most people wouldn't appear to lack confidence.
White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes.
But despite being a keen performer, he's never managed to strike the right chord with the ladies.
Strike the right chord with the ladies. That was funny.
My hair at 23, that didn't do me a lot of confidence, a lot of good. I had really bad acne up until I was...
I love how he's mentioning everything except his face fat. She just meets him because she knows he's a low inqua that she can vent to her problems about. And he meets her because she's kind of like a female therapist. And I guess he finds her attractive also, so that's also why.
I don't think I give off that vibe of being a sexual being. I think girls see me as more of a friend, yes, than
Yeah, because you're unattractive. You're below average, extremely below average. You're a sub 3 or 5. You're not even a sub 5, you're a sub 3.
Mr. Loverboy.
If Clive was to lose his virginity, I think I would just feel really chuffed for him.
Yeah, you would have given your virginity. You would have let him lose his virginity to you if you actually found him attractive, but that's not the case. You think he's chopped as shit. You don't find him sexually appealing, so you didn't plan to do that. That's why. He's known you since college and you've never once found him attractive because of his looks, basically.
And I think I just think that this massive weight's gone and he can chill out and have...
Massive weight. Yeah, because you have experienced it. He hasn't. You don't know what he feels. He can describe it, but you will not know because you're a female. Also, it's been proven biologically that men tend to crave sex more than women, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Fun and just enjoy
She's not gonna know what he's talking about because she's not him. She's not in his position.
life.
It's really hard to chat women up in pubs. You're basically throwing yourself into the lion's den.
Okay, so as someone that's been living in England for a while now, I can definitely tell you that in pubs, people don't go to pubs to talk to women. That's not how it works. You don't go to pubs to talk to women. Usually, pubs is just filled with the lads drinking and watching football and just having a blast with the boys and just having a, yeah, pretty much that's what pubs are. It's not female dominated, and men, most men definitely don't go to the pubs if they want to get laid. So yeah, you're on your own on that one, bro.
If you, if you were
Maybe it's the specific pub that he goes to that there's more girls, but most pubs are not female dominated, and most men don't go to pubs for females. They just go to have a blast with the lads. That's pretty much it.
approach a girl, it locks me up to such a point where I feel paralysed. My whole body is just going, don't, almost like stop. Cheers, buddy. And that's
Jesus Christ.
probably the way other people would deal with it, by just doing it.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. You're not them, because your looks are shit.
It's not just men who sometimes have problems losing their virginity. 29-year-old
Realistically speaking, it is just men. But, you're gonna lie because you don't want to talk about excess males and how it's only a loneliness epidemic for males, but whatever. Let's entertain it.
Rosie is also about to be
Oh yeah, by the way, the title says the real life 40-year-old virgins. This guy is by definition an incel, but you don't see him hating women and being misogynistic and going online and crying about it. He is by definition an incel, by the way.
in a similar
So in reality, this should be like a documentary on incels, and he should be like the face of it, the cover of it. But, that's not gonna happen because incels are very, very bad people.
course of radical sex therapy in America. Only she will be working with a male sex surrogate.
You look at the abyss of children and people having children, and you crave that, but the reason why you don't have it is because you choose not to. There's plenty of men that probably gave you chances and told you that they are interested in you, and you rejected them.
For my first time, for actually losing my virginity, I think I'd like the other person to really know what they're doing. If you want.
Yeah, this is another example for why she's a virgin. Is because you want Chad. Instead of getting a guy in your league, a guy who also doesn't have much experience like this guy, you want Chad. You want a guy who has plenty of experience. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's just very unlikely to happen. Because those guys are worried about banging Stacy's, not you. You are average. This is what hypergamy is. I was even watching looksmaxxing talking about this while I was doing some housework. He was talking about hypergamy and how modern day women have just completely adapted onto it. You are average and you're chasing a guy who is slightly above average, because average men nowadays and even below average men struggle to get any intimacy, but you're planning to get a guy who has experience. It's so delusional. You can't be picky when you're in this situation, honey.
Job done, get an expert, I suppose.
Irish with her own.
Yeah, she wants to have kids, but she's not choosing to, really. Because she's rejecting the men that want to do it.
Married, I'd like to have children. I'd really, really like to have children. That's one of my all-time goals.
But Rosie's early experiences with boys have put
Once again, nothing is stopping you from it except you. In all realness, nothing is stopping you except you. Yeah.
her off physical contact.
My first kiss was horrible.
This take is gonna prove that I'm right.
My second kiss was actually way worse, and
So you see her being picky about her kisses, her first kiss and her second kiss, because they sort of like have like this idea that it's gonna be like in a Disney movie type of kiss, when that's not how it works. When you're in your 30s, you're in no positioning to be picky about kisses. This is why you're single. This is why you're losing.
Estimate that I've probably had sex with about 850 people.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Charlie or Cohen Green or whatever your name is, but that's not a flex, honey.
Not including my husband's.
Yeah, he's a cuck. He's a loser. He's a failed man. That's what he is.
Doyen of California sex surrogates, Cheryl Cohen Green, has worked with both male and female clients for nearly 40 years.
I work out. I try to stay strong. Who knows? I may be the only 100-year-old surrogate.
Yeah, you're mentally sick. Yeah, there's nothing more to it. You're just mentally sick. You're no different to a woman that does OnlyFans and, in her OnlyFans page, she teaches men about the human body and how to do everything. You're no different than her.
Virginity, wow, wrong.
This is just a humiliation ritual. Like, if I was 40-something, I would rather die than experience something like this, especially for it to be, like, broadcasted and documented. This is just very pathetic. I know that there's a lot of men that would just rather just either pay for a hooker or just die alone. I don't understand what's so hard about just taking the BP and acknowledging that it's your looks and you will die alone. You took the short end of the stick. Simple. Yeah, he's a blue pill retarded normie, so you can't do much. He's a low inkwell blue pill goofball. He knows it's the BP. He knows the BP is calling him, but he's just trying not to accept it and not take into regard. He's coping. Yeah, it's pathetic.
So today is a step into the unknown.
It feels partly like I'm breaking the law. It feels like I'm doing something wrong.
Because you are. Just even look at his posture.
Hi.
I like the trousers though, I like the jeans.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Look at his posture. It's just, you need to lose weight, bro. Like, you really do. And this is why I advise people to just starve themselves. They just need to starve. You need to starve. You need to starve. You need to wear all black. You need to grow your hair out. You need to do a lot of stuff, man. But it's over for you, so what can you say?
Good.
Give me a hug.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, good. So, how are you feeling?
Petrified.
That is perfectly natural. Yeah. Yes. What I'm wondering is, what are you most concerned about? Like today, we have any expectations or concerns?
I feel
I still can't believe it. This guy went all the way to America for this. It's so sad.
I was introduced to a youth group when I was younger, which was affiliated with a local church. One of the religious teachings was no sex before marriage.
What is the definition of sex?
Yeah.
We're not gonna go there.
No.
No, I know what she's doing.
No.
But it's just, it's so bad. So bad. There's nothing wrong with waiting till marriage. Like, I don't understand why he's guilty about that. And you going to a youth group doesn't make you Christian. You probably just went there because you wanted to visit or out of curiosity, and then you brought up sex, and then they told you, yeah, you can't do that till marriage, mate. And you were like a bit upset or shocked about that. But you were probably not even Christian, and you are not Christian. Because if you were, you wouldn't be doing this buffoonery. You would just accept that you will die alone and it's your fate.
The age where I kind of think that it's a bit silly for me to be afraid of sex if I ever want to kind of get married and have children, that's my big goal. And it's about time that I did something about it. It was just the sort of the idea, I think, just terrified me.
Rosie believes her fear of intimacy stems from a traumatic childhood experience.
There's the correlation. You see, there's the root. There's always something. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Like,
Well, I don't really know what to ask you.
they say men age like fine wine, and people might think that he looks young, but in my eyes, he doesn't look young. My pastor, my lead pastor, looks way more younger than this guy. He just looks like the Joker. Yeah, he doesn't look healthy, he looks sick.
Is one of just 5 men in America certified to work.
I think the job of the male
He doesn't look healthy. Yeah, he just looks sick, like the gray hairs and everything.
surrogate is more difficult than the job of the female.
You're trying to push your body to do all of this nonsense that you don't want to do. Your body is telling you to rest, but you're forcing yourself to do exercise that you don't want to do because your body is aging.
Increases of intimacy towards sexual intercourse and is tailored around the client's
Did this nigga just give her a sponge?
needs.
Next subject. The idea.
Say to myself,
This is so retarded, I'm sorry.
And me.
Penis.
Of her learning about a man, me.
Penis.
Yeah, you're old enough to be someone's father. She should be aiming at someone within her age frame.
We're sitting in. We're really close like this.
Bro, he looks like he's suffering. I feel so bad for him. Well, I don't at the same time because he chose this. You know, in fact, I'm actually glad you didn't get a hooker, because if you got a hooker and you did this with her, it would be a waste of money.
And I know what the accept is. I am crying because I'm so happy.
You're not happy. I think what this guy needs to do is he just needs to have a walk and listen to Mono. You know? You need to have a walk at night and just listen to Mono and think about your life and what it's come to. I just don't understand why you struggle to understand that you will die alone. Like, just accept it. Like, I think and believe that some of these people like need to repeat, I will die alone. I will die alone. I'm going to die alone. I will die, and repeat it every day until it sticks to your brain. This wouldn't be happening if you just starved, because you would be losing fat from mostly your chest and your face, your structure. And then your legs would just be happening while you walk and you run in a casual, regular basis. You don't force it to Oh my gosh.
Surrogate Cheryl.
Vagina, 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 vagina.
No, you're gonna die alone, bro.
Comfortable with her.
You're gonna die alone. Yeah, you're just gonna die alone. Yeah. Yeah, you're just gonna die alone. Yeah.
Lead me through it. Sex, penis, vagina.
Yeah, he's gonna die alone. It's so sad because she's really overhyping this. It's so sad.
Beat myself up about
Together and ignore
Session. for which she's planned a semi-naked with his sex surrogate. 45-year-old Clive has been reflecting on a childhood incident which led to his lack of confidence around women.
When I was younger, I remember going on a little trip with a load of friends, and we just went down to this lake, had a picnic. You know, it was all quite good fun.
There it is. Of course it correlates to friends, yeah. Men shaming another man, yeah.
Until this guy decided, hey, this is a really good idea, and decided to pull my shorts down, and basically my pants came down with it, in front of a group of girls, and then pointed out my penis and laughed.
Oh, yeah, those really are your friends, man. Yeah, they really were your friends. That was him when he was younger.
Everybody.
Brutal, man. Brutal. Yeah, if I looked like that, I wouldn't eat any food because I would just be depressed. I mean, like, if you're depressed, like, you have two choices. Like, you can either eat more food or eat less food. And if you are depressed and you acknowledge that you look like shit, you clearly are gonna eat less food. And just spend time inside of your room. Yeah. If not, then you go to nature, because nature is your girlfriend, your friends. And you listen to music, and you put your hood up. That's all you need, man. Yeah, that would be the best thing that he should have done back then. If he would have done that for years and coped that way, he really wouldn't be having to come to the solution of doing this bullshit. But, you know, that's my opinion. Genetically. This just proves looks matter, you know?
I'm concerned that the older he gets, the more, he might not go forward. And, I don't...
He blames it on the trauma that he experienced with those retards putting his pants down and laughing. But in reality, even if that didn't happen, he would still be lonely and miserable. So I don't know what.
Gone well.
I can't really describe it. It was really weird. But, I suppose that's kind of normal to feel that way if you've never done anything like that before. I couldn't say that I felt any pleasure, but it's just really weird. It might get better. I don't know.
If you didn't feel any pleasure, you did this whole entire thing for nothing. It's just, oh my gosh. You did all of this for nothing. For nothing. The thing that they are confusing with her and him, they just try to pull a random girl into this documentary when it has nothing to do. Her situation is not the same as his because she's actually rejected people. And she's more craving a future than just sexual intimacy. That's the difference of men and women. Women tend to crave a future more. A mother-like, a womanhood type of future. Men are not like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was a waste of time.
Rosie feels things have gone far enough with Gary, and she's ready to go home.
Yeah, you've got to look elsewhere, aka Chad. But Chad doesn't want you. He wants Stacy and Becky. I don't understand why she struggles to understand that. Like, there's plenty of men who would gladly take her, but she's not going to take those men. She won't.
See their sexuality different than men do, and women may look to the surrogate in ways like, is this what I want my partner to look like? So good for her. So she's on.
Oh, shut up.
It's a level of confidence.
I think so. There has to be an amount of love.
Love.
Yeah.
I love how the interview guy, the background guy, was like, love. Even he finds it insane.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, even he finds it insane that he just said that. There's no love in this. That's why he questioned it.
Yeah, let's say that.
Clients, I have to really care about them, and I do feel a level of love for them.
Yeah. Your husband is a cuck.
It always happens. And that is the part of this beautiful process in our relationship and the commitment that we've made with each
He's a
other.
cuck.
And
Yeah.
I know there are people who...
I did initially adjust, went with it. And it felt totally right. You are such an amazing person. You make...
That's so pathetic. Yeah, long story short, he could have just gotten a hooker. That's the end.